Hi there, it's Benji on Benji18 Noir. This is my review of Gen V Season 2 Episode 7, the brand new episode that dropped on Wednesday the 15th of October. It's the penultimate episode of Season 2. If you've not watched my other videos on this show, go and check those out. And I will save my rating out of 10 until the end. And as I just said, those other videos on this show will give you an idea of what to expect here. I don't like this show. There's context in the other videos. Go and watch those as well. So this is the penultimate episode of this season. Then obviously next year, 2026, the final season of The Boys, which is the main show in this franchise. That'll be season 5. Will be airing. And this is leading in. Right, okay, so this is still woke. I'll come to that in a minute. So I don't like the tone of this episode, and I'll come to that in a minute as well. I'm going to get further in first. So, spoilers, like I've said all along since I've been covering this show, this show is not worth protecting from being spoiled because it's shit. So what Marie Moreau decides to do at the end of the episode is it's obviously Thomas Godolkin who Cypher is keeping in his home, and she decides it would be a good idea to use her magical healing powers that she has, and I'll come back to that as well, to bring him back to life. Bad move. Now that ties into Kate, who's played by Maddie Phillips, the attractive 31-year-old Maddie Phillips. Tall, looks a little bit like a supermodel, and actually a reasonable actress for this shit show. So in episode 1 of this season, Marie Moreau and her pals, the trans superhero, and Emma Meyer, also known as Little Cricket, completely and utterly brutalise Kate and leave her for dead, because she was bad in at the end of season 1. She'd been manipulated by Vought. Hey, they brutalise her, leave her for dead. She survives, but she's very badly hurt, and her powers don't work anymore properly or consistently, and she's very powerful, Kate. Apart from Marie Moreau, I'll come into all that if I could be bothered. And she could heal her, and Marie Moreau refuses to heal her. Right then, she offers to heal her, but look, it's just nonsense. You just watch the damn episode. If you're watching this, you're going to. Kate is basically begging with her to heal her, right? Because what Marie Moreau does in this episode is heals Polarity. Polarity is actually a pretty decent suit, right? Once he's healed, and he can, because his superpowers are killing him. They nearly have at this point. She heals him, right? That's how overpowered Marie Moreau is at this point. She heals him. I mean, in the previous episode, as I've already covered, her younger sister, who is I forget the name. Beth, don't know the name of the actress off the top of my head. She's a terrible actress and a terrible character. She's dead, right, in the previous episode, and Marie Moreau literally heals her, brings her back to life. So she cures Polarity of his ailment that his powers are causing to kill him, and he's powerful. He's like a cross between Magneto and Professor X. He's good. He's not as powerful as Professor X, but he's very similar to Magneto from the X-Men. Obviously, they're both from the X-Men. He's good. I could see why Vought liked him. I don't know off the top of my head whether he was one of the 7 at any point, or just a very high-profile soup working for Vought, and I can see why. He's powerful, except he's a good guy now, isn't he? And he actually reasons with Marie to heal Kate, because he says that Kate was manipulated by Vought as well, which she was. So far Marie hasn't healed her, and I'm not that invested in this. I quite like the character of Kate, and the actress, the 31-year-old Maddie Phillips, is easy on the eye. But the standard of acting in this piece of crap is, in terms of the younger soups, even though she's 31, her acting's okay. So yeah, Polarity's a decent soup. Yeah, and again, I don't know that actor off the top of my head either. I don't think I've seen him before. He does a good job, although I don't like the part. He does an okay job. None of the acting's great. He's kind of a bit like a soap opera actor as well. At least he seems to be in this. He's okay though. Polarity's a good soup with a good name. It's good. So we've got Emma Meyer plays a prominent part, obviously also known as Little Cricket. She's as unpleasant as always. Well, she's not as unpleasant in this. She has a very unpleasant personality. She's horrible to Kate. And again, I'm not that invested at this point. There's kind of a love triangle thing going on with Sam. Sam, kind of the bad boy. He was working for Vought as well. I mean, he's no better than Kate. Hey, he gets a pass because he's a Chad. He's got that Chad thing going on, and Emma Meyer likes a bit of that. She's played by an actress called Lizzie Broadway, who's 27. So again, a lot older than the character she's supposedly playing, which is usually the case with this type of thing. Certainly American shows and films. So there's kind of a love triangle going on there between her, Sam, the Chad, the Vought bad boy Chad, who is as bad as Kate, except Emma Meyer's not hooking up with Kate, or potentially hooking up with Kate. She has hooked up with Sam in season 1. And then one of the Antifa characters, who's a massive hunk, a massive Giga Chad almost. Maybe not a Giga Chad, he's a Chad in a blonde hair, blue eyes, tall, muscular type of way. He's also quite a powerful soup in as much as he can fly, which is a pretty good power compared to some of them that are absolute shit, and I'll come into that. But it's like, I want to be honest, that actress Lizzie Broadway is 27. She's a 5 out of 10. She's just not very attractive, and her character Emma Meyer, and that might even be the actress, is very unpleasant, very negative, real bitch, to be honest with you. I wouldn't be chasing her around. I mean, she's a 5 out of 10. That's as far as it goes, and I'm being honest there. Why'd I be anything other than that? Now, as I've said in previous videos, Marie Moreau is super overpowered. She's ridiculously powerful at this point. She hasn't flown yet. She'll be able to fly, though. They are basically making her as powerful, if not more powerful, than Homelander in a different way, because in the final episode of season 1, Homelander lasers her, full blast, very close range. It looks like she explodes and suddenly she's alive again. Now, they haven't come back to that. So I think she's invincible. Now, we discover who the real Cypher is. It's actually Thomas Godolkin, who she heals. So he's a decrepit, very badly injured old man in a, basically on life support, and she heals him, and he becomes, he's played by, I think he's 33, an actor called Ethan Slater. So he becomes at his prime, and obviously he's Cypher. Cypher was possessing the Cypher who's been in the previous 6 and a bit episodes, and he's actually some geek or some lame dude called Doug Brightbill. So that's the end of that character. He was just being possessed. So then we get to see the real Cypher, who was obviously healing Thomas Godolkin is a bad move, eh? She's an idiot. So that's the real Cypher. He's played by Ethan Slater, 33. Apparently he's quite famous. He looks the part. He doesn't usually play bad guys, though. Apparently he's a big musical star. So I imagine to the generation that watches this, who watches, I'm going to imagine a lot of Generation Z people watch this. He might be a bit of a big deal, him being in it, because he's in the Wicked movies, and he's been in musicals on stage, and he's also going out with the Ariana Grande. Rather him than me. What a lovely winning personality she has, eh? Anyway, so yeah, Cypher, that's the real Cypher. I still think I don't know, is Marie Moreau going to defeat him? I doubt Cypher's going to... Well, is he going to be a major player in the final season of The Boys? I don't know. Who knows? Or is he just a Gen V bad guy? I don't really care anyway. Now, I'll say this. Every single white male character in this is either a complete geek or a villain, with one exception. The third member of the love triangle that involves Emma Meyer, Sam, and then the Antifa Chad, right? He's not a bad guy. He's Mr. Perfect. He's like something out of, a female romance movie. He's Mr. Perfect, sweep her off her feet. He's also a super hunky Chad. And he's Antifa, and he even wears like flared jeans and a hideous baggy jumper. Looks like a fucking tramp. Talk about downplaying what he looks like. But he's lame. He's lame. So she's got Sam the bad boy, Vought, right? Just as bad as Kate at the end of season 1. An absolute fucking villain, Sam. And he treated her like shit, treat them mean, keep them keen. You get some red pill there. A red pill bonus. And then you got Mr. Nice Guy, who also happens to be an absolute fucking stud physically, who can fly. It's just a crock of shit. This is shit, all right? And all the white characters, all the white male characters, apart from him, are made out to either be buffoons or villains, all right? Because, so this Doug Brightbill was Cypher for 6 and a bit episodes, so a villain, right? And now he's a buffoon. Right, because that's who he really is, Doug Brightbill. He's a buffoon, and then Thomas Godolkin, who's also, he's a white guy, don't know if he's straight or not, is Cypher, who's also a villain. Now, Cypher's grand plan is to eliminate all of the lame supes, right? And I was thinking that myself. Some of these supes are so lame. Their powers are terrible. Ridiculous, not of any use. So he's decided that the phrase that's being used, and Polarity doesn't like the phrase, Polarity says, I'll paraphrase him, says, this dude's mad. He keeps talking about culling the herd. Yes, so this is Cypher's plan. He's going to go and, one way or the other, eliminate the lame supes from this soup university that they're all at, and just be left with the good ones. Well, hey, it's a plan, isn't it? And we'll see in the final episode. Although I did watch, coming next time on Gen V, and, I won't spoil that bit. So, and we'll see how that plays out next week. So those are my thoughts. Oh, and look, to be honest with you, let's be honest here. It's no coincidence because Cypher says before, when Cypher's still possessing Doug Brightbill, says to Marie Moreau, you are on the brink of being the most powerful entity to ever walk on this planet. That's word for word what he says. She's a black woman. Okay. The other most powerful entity, if he's saying she's the second most powerful entity at this point, or who's the most powerful entity? Homelander. A straight white man who's an absolute villain. Who's the saviour? A black woman who's in a romantic relationship with a trans. This show is fucking woke. Right. So, if you like the video, hit the like button and give it a thumbs up. Subscribe, and when you do, ring the notification bell. Go back and watch what's left of my older content. This is Benji on Benji 18 Noir. See you later.